Hello everybody, my name is Liz, I'm the dyer behind Chili's Yarns, and I welcome you to this podcast from my home today, which is based in Greece, in Athens, where I live with my two cats, Panda and Sushi. So today it's Saturday, and I don't remember which day of November, but anyways, I'm very happy to be back at home. Last week I was in the northern part of France at Lille for the festival Ch'ti Bazar, which I've already been twice more, I think, yeah, and it was really nice. It was the same weekend as Barcelona Knits, which I also really like, but this year I felt that I needed to be a part of a smaller festival, and yeah, so I decided to do that one instead of Barcelona Knits. I'm very sorry for people that were disappointed that I wasn't in Spain, but that's life. I'm only one person and can't be in both places at the same time. I had a wonderful time. I landed in Brussels, so Belgium, and I was with Nathalie by night and her husband Jean-Luc, which many of you, if you're following this podcast, know already that we're very good friends, and we're like family, I would say more appropriately. And it was great because we went together. Then I got a few days more at their place, which always feels nice, and it's like sanctuary to me, and I really thank them for that. Yeah, and we had a wonderful time to the festival, and afterwards I had some issues already with my back, and then on Wednesday morning I got up and I was completely blocked. I couldn't move, and it's very frustrating. I'm much better, but still I have lots of issues with my back. So anyways, I'm hanging in there. So I decided to take a bit of a breather. So I'm back since Thursday, and I'm just trying to take it easier to prepare some yarns and some admin and things like that. But on Monday, I'll start dyeing. Hopefully not dying, because my back is killing me for sure. But anyways, life's gonna go lifing, I guess. But I will be trying to do my best also to rest, and I said, okay, let's do this podcast. So a very long introduction to just say I'm gonna talk about Le Ch'ti Bazar and my time in Belgium, and yeah, so let's get starting. So Le Ch'ti Bazar, it's edition 2025 was really great. It was awesome. My booth was next to Nathalie, so it was really nice and to prepare, and everything was very great. I had a bit of a weird, rude encounter with someone, but yeah, in the end, you just decide not to really take it more seriously than it has to, and don't give it any mind of. But it was a bit frustrating at first, but everything turned out well. Yeah, I always have fun in this festival. Sushi was like sniffing around some of the things, so I'm just grabbing her on my lap so she stays a bit more calm. Yeah, I love to see people that know me. It was very emotional for me, especially in two instances. The first one was on Saturday afternoon. By the end of the day, a young lady came to me and she showed me her sweater made out of Samskara Star Wars, and it was so dark. it looked like black, and she was like, I love your yarn. And I was like, is that my yarn? It's like black. I don't have black. It was so funny. And then I went closer and I'm like, oh yes, that's samskara, you know. And she just told me a few things that really touched me. And I was like, people, why are you so great? Like, it's amazing the empathy that you can, and love that you can receive in these events. Like, I'm always wowed. So thank you very much for everyone who came to show me their finished projects, and others that got excited, you know, for new ones. That's really, really nice. I also want to thank Cécile, who used to have La Cabane Tricoté, who was my first retailer in France, and her sister that always, when they can come, they come and help me at my booth. So I wasn't alone. So that was really great and awesome of them to be with me. And last but not least, there was this older lady that she was a customer of Cécile's in La Cabane Tricoté. And she always comes and she hugs me and everything. And she came on Sunday, and she got her yarns and to make the Stephen West new shawl. And then she came back with her friend, and she was like really sad to tell me, you know, goodbye, and how she misses me and how she misses also La Cabane. And it was like really, really touching. And she said, I wish you could come, you know, and visit us more often. And I was like, oh my God, you know, it was like super touching. Like, yeah. Anyways, I really have a soft spot for older people. I don't know if it is because when I was a teenager, I spent 2 years with my grandparents, but there's something very humbling about older people, and they're so cute and so nice, and they have these qualities that I think only time can give you. Well, okay, not all of them, but most of them. Anyways, yeah, there's a part of me that, I don't know, I really adore older people. Anyways, so what did I got from Le Ch'ti Bazaar? I have to say, I don't really have the skeins that I got, but one skein that was actually gifted to me. Sorry, there's things falling over here. And it is this. It is huge, yeah. So I'm gonna try to skein it so you can understand how huge this is. And so there you go. So yes, that's one skein. It's like twice my head, and it was gifted to me from Bart and Francis, and it is a 250 meters, 250 grams, and it's pure mohair, without nylon, without anything. And I was just talking with them that I would really love a DK mohair without any nylon. And they told me that because they're developing new yarns for other people, even fashion houses, that they can't have like a pure mohair in DK. They've tried, but it's like falling apart. It needs to have something else, and usually it's nylon. But the pure mohair yarn that they can have, like the finest, is 250 meters, 250 grams. And I was like, oh my God. So I think with one, you can do like a very large scarf, a gown, a hat and a cowl, you know, depending the sizes. But I want to try to make like a top. It would be like a very cropped top. Or if it doesn't have sleeves, it would have a body. But anyways, I'm very curious about it. And yeah, we'll see what this is going to be. I don't know. I haven't decided yet on my DK fluffy base that I would like to have. Like, I just can't. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I know some of you are very anxious about it. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm failing. Like, if I get a mohair with nylon, people that have, mohair allergies are going to be kind of sad to see that. Then suri, it can get very expensive. Like the suri base that I like with silk is quite expensive, and I don't want it to be a whole thing, to get one. And then there's brushed alpaca, but I'm not sure I like brushed alpaca. Anyways, let's be in the matter. And then I got two self-striping yarns by Maison Corlaine. So Maison Corlaine had their car busted one day before the event. It was very sad. They got some things stolen. Thankfully, not a lot, but still. What was very shocking was also that the people that opened their car apparently hang out in their car because there were like different, showings of that. And I think that's a bit more disturbing. Like, you get violated, into your own thing, and then, you have signs that people also hang out, like the disrespect. I don't know, that's very frustrating. I really love Guillaume and Aurore from Maison Corlaine, and they were like quite shocked and moved by all that, and I adore their yarns. I've already have some, and I have a leftover of a very, very deep red, which I was thinking of having as a hat, like held double, but I'm not sure about that. I had a very good idea to do something, but now I don't remember it. Anyways, so I got two self-striping yarns from them. I can't say that I know their names because one is already made a tube out of it, and the other one has darker blues and greens. And I actually left it at Natalie's place because I had caked it to make a sock tube. But I made many sock tubes, as I will show you later on. And I decided to keep it for another time. And I will try to find the names, and I will put them in the description. So I really like it because, as you will see, all the other self-striping yarns that I have are way more flashier. So some more subtle. Or maybe there's also one that I might do as a headband. So we'll see. So that's kind of it of what I got from Le Ch'ti Bazar. It's always a very cute and nice festival. It's smaller, like it doesn't have workshops or fancy designers or whatever. It's a small to medium size, I would say, from vendors' numbers, but it's a very cool one. Also, what it's really nice, it has this area just in the same building that's there's different kinds of food, and you can just buy whatever you want and just sit somewhere, and you don't have to decide of one. If you have a big group of friends, you don't have to all want to eat Italian or Lebanese or Asian or burgers. You can just have it all. So it's very convenient after a very tiring day, and it's really cool, I have to say. So what am I knitting? So what I was knitting has been on the side, and I'm test knitting two things, which is like, what? And I decided to test knit them just before I left for Le Ch'ti Bazar. So the one is a hat by Puffy de Knit, and I make it with two yarns. I think I showed that last time. with 2 yarns from Wool Dreamers held together. So those two, I don't think it really shows up. It gives this. It might be a gift, but I'm not sure yet. Yeah, so a gift might be a Christmas gift, and I'm very excited about it. I just started it before I left for Le Ch'ti Bazar, but then I decided, because the increases were a bit tricky, some of them, I decided to have it here and start the second test knit, which I have more time for it, but I'm making with my own yarns, and I wanted to show to people the colors, how they're blending. So I'm using my Samskara colorway Machu Picchu, which I have already used in my Nivali scarf. But I don't know why it turned out, the last batches that I got, it turned out more semi-solid than usually. So I decided, why not pair it with the mohair and have people, if you're not sure about the semi-solid colorway, pair it up with the mohair. So this is Birthday Girl in my Poseidon base. And the result of those two held together is this yumminess autumn leaves kind of colorway. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is going to be a vest, a sleepover vest. So something without sleeves. And yeah, I just can't wait. The design is going to be one of Meiju. Meiju is a Finnish designer that from time to time, I do some test knitting, and I love it. Like, very simple. I just have to go, up until one time and then pick up and do necklines and all the ribbing, also the details over the sleeves, the armholes, not the sleeves. But yeah, so I'm very excited. Look how cute that is. And I'm very happy because people loved this combo, and they actually got almost all of my Machu Picchu, and I was very happy. I have to say, I'm very grateful for them to have even been interested in what I'm doing and sharing the love. Yes, so then, what should I talk about more? So then I was a few days with Nathalie and Jean-Luc, as I said, in their house. And with Nathalie, I love to celebrate St. Nicholas with them, because St. Nicholas, which is in the 7th of December in Belgium, he brings chocolate. Yeah, so it was funny, and gifts. So it was funny. So I have a St. Nicholas in chocolate. Yeah. And then she showered me with other smaller gifts, which some of them are very cute. So she got me this from Feltin, which is a bowl, and you put your plant inside, and it's a felted, holder for your plant. And I'm really excited to try it. I don't know where I will hang it, but so we'll see. This is from Ma Petite Laine. I think so. No, this is from Sphère Éther. I'm sorry. Sphère Éther. Anyways, it's scrumpled. Sphère Éther. What did I got from Ma Petite Laine? Laine filet et tricoté main. I'm not sure. I have this. Maybe it's the same lady. I have no idea why I have this over here. Then she also got me, I know that those are gifts, since a long time that we haven't seen. And actually I was also picking up little things. So she had also her small gift. So she got me this sock self-striping yarn, which I decided not to turn into a tube because it felt really cool, and I might use it also as a handband, I'm not sure. Then Lily come to another lady made made an event like open days at her place, and there was Hero from The Hare and the Crow. So The Hare and the Crow is behind these dyes is a Hero, which used to be the first dyer of La Bien-Aimée, and she started her company with Annie, and they're great and amazing. So go and watch The Hare and the Crow. And it's really, really funny because before I left for this trip, I got my own yarns from The Hare and the Crow, and it was delivered to me the day before I left, so I was very happy. So she gifted me strobe lights in their sock yarn, so strobe lights. And Hero made a little note, "We love you. I love you too, Hero and Annie. You're very kind and gentle and nice and authentic, and thank you for that." So well, I'll show you here what I got from Hero and Annie. So I got 2 yarn socks, which is Swallow Point, and it was the prototype colorway, and I really love this. And then I got Hunch, which is a very pastel, yeah. And I got the colorway. It looks alike, but it's not the same. Its name is Potpourri, and it's 25 grams of baby cereal alpaca with 25% silk. And yeah, so I got those 3 from Hero and Annie, and they sent me 1 pins of them, and I find it really cool and very kind from them. So yeah, and I knew that they started, wait, I'm doing so much noise, but they're starting to do and launch their company. So I'm very happy that I was in the loop from the start of their project. And when they put their things, over on the internet, I just wanted to grab and support them, and I'm very happy. And I'm so happy that Natalie also got me another one that I really wanted. So it's really, really cool and nice. And also the other thing that Natalie got me, tea also, is socks from Laine Paysanne et Coopérative, which is in the Felton Festival, and she had already gotten me a pair last year, and I'm wearing another one. And they're just the warmest pair of socks, and they're made out of merino wool and Moureroux, which is another French breed, with a bit of nylon, with 20% nylon. They are the warmest socks that I've ever worn. They're very comfy, and I think like it would be the only socks that I would ever buy. And because Natalie sees them every year in Felton, I asked her to got me some. So actually these are not a gift from her, but she got them for me, and I really thank her so much. Of course, she gifted me some vervain from their garden, and a little bee box for markers and safekeepers from Lily Come Too. And inside she put a very cute pig. So how spoiled am I? I know, I'm super spoiled, and I'm very happy and grateful for it. Thank you. I'm telling you. Yeah, like, come on. But I'm also very good at spoiling myself, as you know. And also, yeah, so I got all the 50 grams or sock yarns that I wanted into tubes, because I had finished all the other tubes that I had. So this is a rest of Mondim yarn that I had, and I was thinking of doing like a headband and maybe just one color to do like the finishing. Then it's Maison Corlaine, as I showed you before, and then it's Le Bruit des Aiguilles. I don't remember the names. I'm gonna try and find them. I have the little how do you say? Anyways, the labels in here. So I think this is Little Miss Sunshine. Then is this one, I remember it because I have already knitted it once. It's Photo Météor. It's one of my favorite ones, like the really fast self-striping. And then this one is Joe's. And then the sock machine had a bit of a, got tired and just decided to do some malfunctioning. And so I started another tube. I'll have to separate all that. It's gonna take some time. And here I have the rest of the Joe colorway. This is Adventure, I think. Yes. And then this one, last but not least, is, I think this was a special colorway for one of our mystery clubs. And it was, I don't know the title of that movie in English. Maybe it's the same, 3,000 Years to Wait for You or something like that. Anyways, so those are the sock yarns. I think I also did another tube of 100 gram, but I don't know where it is right now. Anyways, it's a mess. There's lots of stuff. And then we went to the Fondation Folon, which was funny because Nathalie had never been, and I got some stuff over there. Yeah, I got some cards. I got a note book because I needed one for one of my workshops that I'm following, and I got some cards. I really love this one. This one is Qui, so who, and this one it's named Politics. So Folon was a very busy man. He just was a very prolific artist and done lots of stuff, and sculpture and painting and all the things. And I also got these aquarels. Yeah, I'm kind of excited, as you can see. Anyways, that's kind of it. And I also got few magnets for the fridge. I almost said for the shop, for my fridge. And also Nathalie got me a pin, which was really cute. Anyways, that's gonna that. I'm also, some of you saw that I was reading A Little Life from Hanya Yanagihara. And yeah, I haven't read much. I'm in page 60 from the 700 and plus. And I kind of feel that I'm very already emotionally attached to the gang, to the people of this book, of this story. And since then that I've said that, I'm gonna read it, my Instagram is always showing me people like being in the end of it, being in the subway or something, and just like breaking into tears or breaking into really deep thoughts, and just not them being okay. So yes, I've been warned that I might not be okay after the end of this book, and I'm sorry. It's okay not to be okay, I guess. There's the masochist in me that's going to be satisfied of reading something more meaningful and deep. And then many of you, if you've been following me for a long time, you know that I had started a long time ago the Wheel of Time series. So the Wheel of Time series has 14 books. I read the first 3 ones like quite fast, and I had a swamp I was in the middle of the fourth one, like now for a year. And to say the truth, I didn't remember some things, so I decided to go a few chapters before. And I don't know if it is the more seriousness or that I'm dreading, what is going to happen here. I don't want you to be sick or die or whatever life's gonna throw at you. I've been starting to reading again The Wheel of Times. So those are the two little books that I'm reading right now, depending the mood, and I'm quite happy with them. And yeah, what else do I have to show you? We always go with Natalie to the Pell Mell, which is like a secondhand bookshop, and I got some stuff, and it's like not even funny anymore. Yeah, because, okay, first of all, let's talk about young adult fantasy. And you know that I read The Fourth Wing because there was, like everybody was talking about Fourth Wing. I didn't want something serious to read. And then, so I got it at the airport, if I remember correctly. And I read it like in 2 days. And it's so satisfying, finishing a book that is not so serious, but you just go through it. And that was the same with the second book. The third book, I have it, but I haven't read it yet. I just want to be lingering. And then in the same kind of style of books, there's A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy it or have it as a Kindle or whatever. So I was there first day in this secondhand book shop. And I always go to the section of the mangas and graphic novels because I'm hunting down some series. And I couldn't find anything. So I'm like, okay, this is like very perfect of me. I'm very, like I don't have anything in my arms. So I go to the section with the English books. And then there it was, the first book of the series. And I'm like, okay, I'm finding it at 1/3 of the price, and I know that I'm gonna read it, in between more serious books. So I'm grabbing it. And then just below it, there was the second book. And below that was the third book. And below that was the fourth book. And below that was the fifth book. So in a second, I was like having these 5 books in my hands. And I was like, okay, so this is happening. And so Natalie sees me and she's like, what's happening there? So I'm telling her all the thing about the stories of the series. So I was like, yeah, but maybe I can just get one, but they're all here. And it was like really at the 1/3 of the price. So I got them all, but I got with me only the first one. And I asked, and Natalie was like, you can, leave books in the house, in your room, because I have a room. And I was like, that's going to be like dangerous. Like if I'm allowed to have like a library also in Belgium, that's gonna be crazy. So we were laughing with that. But I decided to just bring the first book with me. And in January, she'll just bring me either number 2 and 3 or, anyways, we're gonna figure it out. But I also find one book that I really wanted to read, which is Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. And I found a manga that's only one book, and it's called The Day of the Wolf by Yoshi Fukuyama. And it's based into this legend, a bit of werewolfy legend, and so I found it interesting. It was funny because Jean-Luc actually read it the same day that I got it, and just like, that was really cool. And I was like, okay, that's nice. So I'm kind of excited of that. And then as the first day that we went, that I was there, we didn't find many books. We went back, and oh my God, Why did we went back? Because I found some issues that I was missing for my manga series. Yes. So all this is manga. So these ones are from the Monster series by, what's his name? By Naoki Urasawa. I've also started by Naoki Urasawa, his latest one, which is Asadora, which I've read only the couple first ones because I'm thinking, I'm gathering more of them to actually read them. Of course, some One Piece, because One Piece is like one of the longest series of mangas ever made, like Naruto. And then I got me a Spanish book. And actually, I wanted to get some Neruda or some poetry, then I found one, Il Manifesto della Locura, so the Manifest of Craziness, it seemed really funny, to say the truth, but I ended up taking Rimas y Declaraciones Poéticas by Gustavo Adolfo Becker, which is poems, and we'll see. And I really liked a few ones that I've already saw. And then I got a graphic novel about the 14th Dalai Lama and a new series, guys. Les Enfants de la Mer, the Children of the Sea. And it's just amazing. Like, look at this cover. It's so beautiful. And the graphic novel, The Days That Pass. And this one is a bit more weird as a story. So anyways, that's gonna it. I'm packed. And the funny thing is that before I left, I did some decluttering of my books, and I'm going to be giving away in a bookstore that gets secondhand books, and they resell them like quite a collection. And I was like, no more. And then I'm like, yeah, more. Anyways, but I'm very happy because I started reading more. And I'm away from my knitting slump and reading and knitting slump. So that's great. And that's kind of it of all the things that I've done. I knitted, I read. I needed to get to read and knit. So maybe I will start. I've done that with mangas or graphic novels and a very simple knit. So maybe I will continue practicing, in that way, in that direction, on knitting and reading together. And so that's kind of it. I had the last pre-orders of this year ending yesterday, but I will do a big freshening up with the things that I have on store. And so you'll get more opportunities for yarn the next days. And that's gonna it. Thank you for listening, all this rambling, and lots of kisses. And don't forget, color is power, fiber is our weapon.